mean, just being fit in general. But in a long, grueling tournament over 5, 6, 7 days, I mean, I've seen people play really good poker the first 2, 3, 4 days. Then on the 5th and 6th and final day, they just made mistakes that they usually wouldn't make, simply because they're tired, and that could cost you the tournament. So, I mean, if you have a little bit better stamina, just it definitely helps you.
Well, right now, Gus Hansen threatening to run away from the rest of the pack in this match. He is unbelievable. Deeb staring at ace-3 offsuit. We expect him to fold. He told us that was his strategy.
And we expect Gus to move all in.
Well, putting the rest of the table all in is Gus Hansen.
Right, now, Chris Moneymaker, he needs a minimum of a second-place finish.
Oh, that was my best
to advance. So the reason he would advance at 19 points is he actually holds the tiebreaker over Hashem and Harmon. So he's shooting for a second-place finish. Hansen, first place. Ivy needs at least a third to advance, and Deeb needs a fourth. 4 players have very specific results. Here it goes again.
Looks like 350.
Hansen putting in the rest of the table again. Not even looking at his cards.
He hasn't even been dealt his cards.
Is this reckless?
Straddle, put the straddle on it, Gus.
You are the best, Gus. Live straddle.
Gus is making his strategy very clear. He knows there are certain players that are just trying to hang on, but particularly Ivy and Deeb. He knows will not call them unless maybe they have aces they might call. So the 2 players that they would can't call them.
Worked again.
Yeah, it did work again.
Oh, that's up.
Now, how frustrating is this for the rest of the players, Howard?
Oh, I don't think it's frustrating at all, Chris. They're just waiting for a good hand, try and pick them off.
In the meantime, Gus Hansen, look at this, 750,000 in chips and the rest of the field in the 200s. Can anybody slow Gus down? Find out after this. Poker Superstars 3 is brought to you by Card Player Magazine, creators of the innovative poker odds calculator, and by the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada. And that's where Howard Lederer and yours truly, Chris Rose, continue to watch the Gus Hansen steam train roll along. 750,000 in chips. He has won all 7 hands so far, including ousting Phil Hellmuth on the 3rd hand of the match. You love his strategy, Howard.
I think it's absolutely the correct strategy. He's going for first place. He knows what he has to do tonight, and he is willing to gamble to do it. This is a guy that doesn't mind getting embarrassed.
Esfandiari, ace-8, suited.
Under normal circumstances, I would have to raise his hand, but against you, sir, I give up. This hand, I can just throw away.
Oh, that was a good hand, by the way. We both had ace-8 suited.
Okay, Gus, 8-0. He's had 1 double up, and he's stolen about 200,000 chips.
Right.
Just in antes.
What are you doing here? Just sitting here like?
Just gonna dwindle away, you know?
Huh?
Just gonna dwindle away.
For what?
Into nothingness.
It's all right. I mean, it's a better start than I had hoped for. I'm actually hoping to set the record for most hands won in a row in a tournament. So far, I'm doing pretty good.
You won every hand, right?
I think I might already be there, but
yeah, we have our research looking that up right now. Gus, we'll get back to you. Phil Ivey, 4-3 offsuit, gets rid of it. Esfandiari folds. Deeb on the button, ace-6 suited.
He's not going to play.
Nope.
Deeb has a strategy in mind. He's going to stick to his strategy.
Right. Once again, Deeb just needs a 4th place finish to advance to the playoffs. Hansen making his move again.
I know I have
Moneymaker.
the best hand, or I hope I don't know.
Now, this is the guy who could call him.
I don't know if I can outrun you or not, but if I'm going to get second, I got to take my chances.
Well, there he goes. Somebody's standing up to Gus Hansen, and it's Chris Moneymaker.
I always have the 10.
And how about that? Hansen dominated at that.
Moneymaker making absolutely the correct play, playing for his position. He needs a double up to finish at least second.
Now, hold on one second.
So can somebody finally win a hand against Gus Hansen? 5 queen, looking good so far for Chris Moneymaker.
Hansen's going to need 2 spades or a 7 somewhere along the way. There's the 7.
Oh my! And Moneymaker is the air out of his balloon. He needs an ace or a 10 to stick around.
Welcome to my life at Poker Superstars, ladies and gentlemen.
You can hit a 10 too, by the way.
I know.
A 6 hits on the river, so Chris Moneymaker's tournament is over. He stood up to Gus Hansen, went in with the best hand, but doesn't leave with it.
I think that was the official hand for the record.
I just qualified, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Yes, congratulations to Freddie Deeb, who is now in the Super 16. As for Chris Moneymaker, tough run continues. He is with Mary Strong.
Gosh, Chris, you're done.
Yeah, it's sort of funny. This is just, it wraps up my whole Poker Superstars experience 2 and 3. Get my hand in with the best, and it doesn't hold up. I mean, I got a guy moving in every time in the blind, and you pick up a hand like Ace-10, of course you're going to call it. I have him completely dominated, and he catches a 3-outer. You know, it's what it is. It's a fun tournament, and I enjoyed my experience. I'll be back next time. But, you know, I'm just snake bit at this thing, and, you know, maybe next time it'll be better, but it is what it is, and now I get to go home.
Well, hopefully you catch some luck next time.
Maybe.
Back over to you, Chris.
Every single hand.
Every hand so far.
That is pretty safe.
I tell you what, just enjoy this, because they may never, this may never come up again.
This may never come up again.
I let you raise so many hands, and I just muck without even looking sometimes.
It could be so interesting if I just won all the hands. Knocked everybody out and won all the hands.
I'd like to be heads up with you with about 50,000.
It's all right.
Well, here
I
goes
should do
Hansen
it.
again, putting everybody all in.
By the way, Chris, a lot has happened here. Actually, Freddie Deeb pointed out that he advanced. Also, Mike Sexton advanced with that elimination.
Right.
He is now in.
Well, now the question is, what is Antonio Sfondiari to do with King-Queen? A monster hand.
Well, Antonio not playing for a whole lot here. He's playing for chips, which are important. A man's moving all in every hand. You pick up King-Queen. I think it might be time to call.
All right, Gussie. What the hell?
Yep, there's the call.
Maybe
I
I'll
think
make you
Antonio
pay.
had to make this call.
You have an ace?
No.
I have 2 pictures.
Will somebody finally beat Gus Hansen? Find out after this. Antonio Esfandiari tried to be the first player not named Gus Hansen to win a hand in this match. He's all in.
Well, it was a pleasure playing with you boys.
I don't want to
Take
shake your
care.
hand. I don't want to
Take care,
shake your hand.
guys.
I'm wait till you go broke. No, I'm just.
For good measure, I should win this one.
Well, you're gonna make straight out on the flop, Gus. There's a jack.
There's a king,
was in the
though.
window.
The jack was in the window, too.
Jag was in the
Jack
window.
was in the window.
So
All
both
right,
make
ten
a
of
pair.
spades.
The turn, a 9 of hearts.
9, a great card. A jack for the win. A 10 for a tie. And there it
there's the
is.
10.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad, actually.
Well, he now hasn't won every hand, but he is a win or a tie in every hand here, Chris.
Gus Hansen on an unbelievable run.
Mike, Sexton, for the record, is that okay to have a tie in there?
Sexton says, yeah, whatever.
I got some
He's
cold
too
water
amused.
here if you want to cool off.
No, I
Just
think
pour it
Mike
over
Sexton's
your head.
very amused. He's advanced already.
Yeah.
I just want to learn the game, you know?
He's very pleased
I'm
with how
learning a
this
lot
is
by
going.
watching Gus.
Or you just want to be sitting here with the pros.
Right, I want TV time with Gus and Phil and Freddie, champions, you know, of the world.
Phil, you ever talk?
Yeah, when he tells us.
I have something to talk about.
You can't ever think of anything. I mean, just think of something, all this going on. I guess you did a while ago.
Phil
What did you
needs
say?
to fold his way up one more spot to guarantee advancement.
So is he not going to play a hand?
He may not play a hand. He should not play a hand here until he is guaranteed advancement to the Super 16.
Wow.
There's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. If Ivy would be the next one out and Gus didn't win, we would actually have Hashem advancing and Harmon and Ivy in an absolute tie. They'd have to play off
Wow.
to see who advances.
Esfandiari folds, as does Deeb, and Gus Hansen. Wow, unbelievable. He's putting Ivy all in.
Well, he knows Ivy can't call. He's taking advantage of the structure beautifully. Hansen is playing perfectly tonight.
How many points you got,
Busted
Phil?
every single person.
I got
Before this?
16.
16, so now you guaranteed 19 points, right?
How much you got?
I got 20.
So you in already?
Well, somebody's been paying attention to the Poker Superstars 3 scoreboard.
Yeah.
But if Ivy were to end up at 19, he'd be tied with Harmon in last place for the 19-point finishers.
But he's in before we started. That's what I was asking. He got mad at me.
Oh, you didn't ask me anything. You told me I was a donkey, is what you did.